Hello family members, my name is Dago and welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute guys, and trust me, I have not forgotten you guys. It's just that I've been swamped with a lot of workload, and because of that I could not come up here I didn't have the time at all to do videos, edit videos and all whatnot. But don't worry, today is holiday. I decided to said I must do a video today. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. I've been so busy. So yes, you know what we do right here on my channel. Talk to you about immigration processes, how to obtain your visas, and generally how to live your best life right here in España. If you think you can relate to that kind of content, please do well to consider subscribing by pressing the red subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell notifications so whenever I post, you'll be the first to get notified. Liking this video if you like my kind of content, sharing this content with other people who you think may need problem solving videos just like this one, and leaving your thoughts on the said topic or subsequent topics you will love to see here on my channel. So yes guys, today we are going to answering questions that have been asked on this platform. Yes, I encourage people to be interactive using the comment section because I would look into it, and today is one of those days. So I'm going to be answering questions that people have put down and maybe I've not been able to answer, and maybe these same questions might be in your mind and you want to know how to go about this. So do not skip a bit. Disclaimer, I'm not an immigration lawyer, neither am I a recruiter. This video is brought to you based on my personal research and experience. So do well to do your research before you take that next step. Without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. So I'm going to be choosing questions randomly. I know I cannot answer all the questions that have been asked on this different videos on my channel, but I will just choose randomly and hopefully yours might be among the ones I'll be answering today. So yes, I'm going to be calling out names as well. So shout out to all my subscribers, or if you're not my subscriber and you have left a comment, thank you for leaving one. The first question I will be answering is, this was asked 5 days ago by Ehige Belumi. Please, I'm about to apply for a visa this month, but I just started using my GT account for the last 2 months. It's an old account, but I use more of OPay until recently. How can I go about the required POF? Really in their need of, I think you want to say, your help. Okay, Ehige Belumi. To answer your question, I would say that if you plan to come for study visa, it's not something you just wake up and make up your mind about. You have to make plans concerning your POF. Yes, why I say you have to make plans is if you're somebody who needs to build funds, you start on time to start building funds. What the Spanish government wants to see is 6 months proof of fund, nothing lesser than that. So if you do not have up to 6 months proof of funds, or your account is still a new account, that means you're not ready to apply for study visa. I'm not going to quote anything here. I'm going to tell you as it is. You may decide now that you will go ahead and apply, and the only thing that you will get is a rejection. So please start on time. If you know in 2025 you want to come to Spain to study, you should start by now, October, to make plans towards 2025. That is what it should be, and nothing short of that. I hope I've been able to answer your question, Ehige Belumi. On to the next one. This was asked by Horton Jesserafin. Okay. Hello, ma'am. Good afternoon. Thank you for the great work always and for helping us navigate through this journey. Please, ma, I have some worry. Number one question. So this person asked series of questions. I booked for legalization appointment and I was given a date after my school would have resumed, which means I would still be here with visa applications while the lecture is ongoing in classes in Spain. Can that make my visa to get denied, or won't it affect it at all? All right, so guys, if you need to come for visa, study visa, and you are applying, and maybe for one reason or the other, usually the long wait time that the embassy gives for legalization that really makes people, you know, run late for their visa application. So if this is your own case, I would like to advise you that it is not good to go ahead with the process, because if the school has already started long before you submit your visa application, it's a very high chance that you will get that visa rejected. All right. Another thing I can advise you to do is to speak to the school and get a letter from them stating that, okay, you are joining an online class, and even if you resume late, there will be makeup classes for you or something like that, something in that area that you could attach to your supporting documents or the documents you're going to be presenting at the embassy, to make them know that the school is aware that you're coming late and they are okay with it. In fact, they've made preparations that when you come, there'll be makeup classes, intensive makeup classes for you, and that is fine. Or you can actually defer this admission to the next admission session. You can speak to your school, speak to your student advisor, let them know your situation, and they'll be giving you feedback on whether you can join classes online or you should defer your admission. Any which way, make sure that you carry the embassy along on the feedback you get from your school. I hope I've been able to answer this question. I'm going to be answering two questions that this person asked. She asked tons of questions, so I'm going to be answering two. Then I will go to other people's own, because it'd be unfair for me to answer all her questions while I leave others. All right. So the second one is, I was supposed to go with my dependent, 11-year-old child, and I was told her birth certificate would take 2 months to verify, which will make the 2 months late for traveling. So I decided to leave her behind and do mine alone due to the time frame, and I will later send for her when I'm in Spain. Is this a wise idea? All right, so I don't know what course you're coming for. If you're coming for your master's, I would say it's not a wise idea, because how long, I don't know when you want to apply for her. If you want to apply for her during your 1 year, you might not even have the time to do that. Like, you might not even have the time to start running to different government offices to go and file for your daughter and all those good stuff. Because let me tell you, visa procedure, it takes time, it saps energy, and you're coming to school in Spain. Schooling in Spain is not beans. In my country, if you say something is not beans, it means it's not easy. It's not easy. So coming to school in Spain, by the time they slam you with 20 pages presentation or one of those things, or you have classes from morning to evening, you will know the time you will use to go and be filing for your daughter. You won't have that time. Before you know it, 1 year is gone, and by that time your stay has expired. So the best thing to do is, if you know you're coming with dependent, start on time. I always say it in all my videos. Okay, this question, let's answer it. This question is from Onyedikachi Oli. All right. After paying for the, okay, he said pre-description fee and then deny you visa, uncle. Okay, Onyedikachi, I guess he wanted to ask, after paying for pre-inscription and you get denied. Okay, some people may not know, pre-inscription fee is an unrefundable fee that you pay to the school for administrative purposes, for them to handle your documents, to assess your certificate and all whatnot, to know if you're eligible. That fee cannot be refunded, whether you are being denied or not. The only fee that will be refunded is your tuition. So if you paid part tuition, they will refund you a certain percentage. So when you are applying to a school, please be very vocal about, you know, what you're doing, the funds you're paying, whether you'll be able to get your money back or not. Once you're applying to a good school, just be rest assured that your funds will be refunded. But do not assume that this is the case in all schools, because this is not the case. There are some schools that would not refund even your tuition. So find out when you're making your application first time. All right. Bernard Festus asked this: can someone seek asylum for maybe 1 week? Okay, so for asylum seeking, you can come into the country. Immediately you come into the country, it's good that you start your process of seeking for asylum immediately. Okay, don't wait. Yeah, you can seek for asylum that same week you got into Spain, but make sure that your first entry is Spain and not some other country. All right, somebody asked this question. His name is Daniel Xdos. Do I have to go in person for legalization? Okay, so you know that there are 2 legalizations that occur while you're doing your study visa. The first legalization is usually done at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Abuja, while the second legalization is done at the Spanish Embassy. So if you're talking about the first legalization, you do not need to be there in person to get your documents legalized. No, you don't. If you don't have somebody in Abuja, you live far away from Abuja, you can use my services. I do legalizations for people. Yeah, I have a contact person in Abuja who can pick up your documents and take it for legalization and send it back to you in record time. Then, if you want to do legalization in Spanish Embassy in Lagos and you do not live in Lagos, these documents that can be legalized without you being present are marriage certificate, your birth certificate, your medical certificate, and your school certificates. These ones can be done without you being present. But your police character, you have to do it in person. Police character legalization cannot be done without your presence. I think I've been able to clarify you on this. I don't want this video to be too long because I'll need time to edit as well. All right, I'm going to be answering this question. Israel, she asked this: hello, my name is Ogechukwu and I'm from Nigeria. I'm 34 years old and I have a HND in civil engineering. I want to migrate to Spain through study route, but I cannot speak Spanish. Please, what do I do? So we're going to be answering these questions because there are a lot of questions embedded in one. So we'll be answering them step by step. So the first one is, what do I do if I cannot speak Spanish? Of course, guys, if you've been following me on this channel, you know that there are several courses that you can do that don't require you to speak Spanish. There are courses that are taught in English, and I have a video up on this channel. I'll be attaching it somewhere here, just talking about courses that are done 100% in English. So that answers that. The next one is my problem is my HND. I wish I have bachelor's degree. That would have been better for me because I can apply straight to master's program. Please, I don't know what to do. Can you advise me on what to do? So you can use the HND to apply to public institutions here. There are universities, there are institutions, government institutions that you can apply with your HND, and I've done videos on this. Please, Israel or Ogechukwu, check out my video on this one. Just check it out. I did a lot of videos just talking about schools that accept HND. You can use those schools, you can apply to those schools so to streamline your application. All right, we are moving on to Priska. Priska asked, what this long language program can I come with my spouse and dependents? Which visa will I get? And can I work while studying too? Priska, the good news about the long Spanish visa is that you are allowed to work for 30 hours a week, and you can come with your dependents, sure thing, and you can also work while studying. All right, so I've answered Priska's question, and I'm going to answer this last question, which is, please, I want to join Barcelona FC. Please, can you help me? I'm not an agent for clubs here in Spain. If you want to come to any football club, please reach out to them. Their websites are common knowledge on the internet. You can reach out to them and talk to them about your desire to come to Spain to play football internationally. They will help you. I just did a video talking about football clubs, but I don't help people come to Spain to play football internationally. All right. We're going to answer this question from Precious Anago. Precious Anago asked, "Hi Amara, is IHMGS a genuine school? Is it genuine? You know, if you're coming to Spain, it's very good to do your due diligence to check if the school you're applying to is a good school. When I mean good, is it authorized by the Spanish government? After I finish studying this course, can I use my certificate to get a job in Spain?" These are some of the critical questions you should be asking. And if you need this service, you have to pay for it. It's not something that I will just come online and come and answer, because I would do my own research. I would call the school. I will go to the government offices where schools are registered to find out, and I will do a thorough research to give you good feedback. So, and it can be free. So yeah, if you need such service, and of course you need to even, it's not something you should joke with, because if you apply to a school that you can't use the certificate, you'd have wasted the years you used to study and money, and I don't know how you want to start afresh from that. So it's something you should really consider paying for in order to get feedback. And if this school is not on the list of authorized schools, please run, because I want to tell you that in Spain there are several schools that are not authorized by the Spanish government. This is a country in the European Union. There are schools from France that came to open here. The government does not authorize them. There are schools from Britain that came here to open. They are allowed to do that, but the Spanish government does not recognize their certificate. So if you are applying for schools, all the schools are on the internet, and some of them have great tuition fee that you might be enticed by the cheapness and decide to apply for. But let me tell you, if you do that, you might end up regretting it for a long time. So yeah.